Guy friend convinced my girlfriend to leave me. Edit. Sorry, but I think I should add that I am F21. This is my first intense breakup, so I'm learning as it goes. I do want to add we split for a few weeks about a year ago for similar reasons brought on by the same guy. I keep forgetting details and I promise I'm not trying to. I will keep editing if need be. My brain is all over the place right now. Also, this is my first time using Reddit. Sorry if I seemed all over the place. Trying to respond to everyone but headaches, man. Person shrugging, answering questions as RLLY helping me though, so thanks for the comments everyone. I honestly didn't expect any responses at all, so this came as a shock to me. My girlfriend of 7 years and fiancé of 2 years broke up with me last night. Before breaking up with me, she mentioned that her and this guy friend we had said he wanted to date her if he could only get me put of the picture. She said it made her uncomfortable, and then he went into details about how I was wrong for her, bringing up past events that she claims to have forgiven me for but had a hard time getting over because he would constantly bring them up, causing the memories to hurt all over again. We have been doing really well in our relationship, or so I thought. She would always talk about how she falls in love with me more and more every day. She'd act like this all the time until one night she seemed sad, the night she was hanging out with this friend to discuss my Christmas present. She came home sad and distant, and I asked if she was all right and if I could do anything to help her feel better, and she dropped the "I don't want to keep doing this anymore" bomb on me. She cried and I asked where this came from, and that's when she told me about this guy friend constantly making her doubt our relationship and reopening wounds. She got angry at him for messing with her emotions, and I thought we had talked it out. We both cried and held each other tight and took a nap. When she woke up, she was asking me to leave our apartment or she was leaving, and that I had 5 seconds to decide who leaves. I left cause I didn't want to make her leave, and I told her that I wish it didn't come to this and that I hope she takes care of herself and finds happiness. She cried and held a stuffed animal I gave her years ago, and I said goodbye and we haven't talked since. Edit again. I'm really happy I didn't stay in the apartment. Instead, I'm surrounding myself with friends and family. I didn't want to be alone in a house full of sad memories. Just trying to make room for my belongings again before taking it all back. I do know her and the guy talk because he started spreading rumors around our friend group that I was blaming him for everything when I never even told anyone what had happened yet. I'm just lost and confused. I lost my best friend today, and even if we don't talk ever again, I don't want someone manipulating her and causing her any harm. I'm so sorry to hear what happened to you. But let me ask you something. Your fiancé knew that the reason why the other guy was doing this is because he wanted to date her. She knew that he wouldn't let up and would keep pushing her boundaries, yet she not only remained friends with him, but she took his advices and opinions to heart. So what I'm saying is, she is an adult, she actually stayed in a relationship which she knew was toxic. So you can't prevent her from being manipulated again, only she can. Your role in this is over for the time being. Worry about yourself, be good to yourself. The fact that she could fall out of love with you so quickly is a red flag, and that dude will definitely cheat on her and or leave her for another woman. My instinct says that if she was persuaded so easily leave you after 7 years, then you deserve better than that. It's just not right for anyone to throw something away like that without trying to work it out instead of just leaving. So you're not gonna stand up to this friend of hers. You should have stood up for yourself the moment he started to talk shit about you. She knows he wants her, and she knows he wants to get rid of you. But she still talks to him? She seems so gullible and pathetic. 7 years together and she gets persuaded just like that. You deserve better. We have been doing really well in our relationship, or so I thought. I guess you were not doing really well, because I doubt that a girl you were engaged to be married to would break up with you just to go on a date with another guy. Don't blame this guy. Blame your girlfriend. She wanted out of the relationship, and she saw a reason to jump, so she did. Nobody convinced her of anything. She left you by her own free will and choice. I'm sorry for what you're going through, but it sounds like there is a lot of history and backstory here. Give her time and space and focus on yourself for now. I know that feeling very well. A couple of years ago I would have probably agreed with some of these comments about knocking the guy out, but it's not going to solve the real problem here. What are you going to do when she meets the next toxic idiot that'll try this? Find yourself someone you can trust, Someone who won't disrespect you by letting an idiot like that, who clearly wants her to get close, someone who won't prioritize a toxic idiot over you. Find yourself a woman, not a girl like her. She knew exactly what he was trying to do. You can't stop someone from being stupid, and she is choosing to be manipulated. It is painful, but your choices, other than rearranging his nose, are limited to letting her find out the hard way that this guy is an asshole. And sadly, if she does eventually come to realize this and try to come back to you, you may not want that guy's leftovers, or you may have found someone who wants to be with you. Sadly, let her go and move on. She has been cheating with that guy. He has given her the either him or me decision. Now, you know she picked him. If she comes back, you are plan B. Take the pain and ghost her. You will never be able to trust her. Just know it isn't your fault. Stay strong, my guy. Consider yourself lucky. You don't want someone who pretends to be moved on but doesn't actually move on. It's possible that she was never really over past events and that your relationship wasn't as good as you thought. How big were the issues she had to get over? Because one person talking to you shouldn't break up a relationship unless there were pretty big cracks to begin with. Ending a relationship is always shitty, but TBH I doubt he manipulated her to do anything she didn't already wanted to do. Most likely, he gave her an excuse for jumping off the relationship, and she took it immediately. From the reading it sounds like you have just got out from something truly weird. Life is full of difficult or emotional moments, and you don't really want to be linked to someone that change her mind every time it changes the weather. On the long term, be out of it will make you good. How old are you? Also, I'm sorry, but another person can't make somebody else leave a relationship. I am pretty sure her foot was out the door even if she made things seem like they were cool with you. Don't under any circumstance take her back. This happened to me. Except it was some stranger she met at a party during quarantine. I didn't want to risk getting people I love sick, and she wanted to party. Broke up with me, came back and broke up with me again via text a month later. She will attempt to come back. After 7 years. This is the worst type of betrayal. She is basically saying she wants to date this guy, or wants to see other people. Focus on yourself and set achievable goals. No matter what, do not take her back. I proposed to and I am glad it didn't happen, you should be too. This person would have done this or something similar later on. You are a good person and you deserve better than this. She deserves nothing from you for throwing away something real. I see all the comments attacking the GF. I think it depends on what exactly Op did while they were dating. She claims to have forgiven you, but going by what I've personally experienced, it's hard to forget. My ex also begged me to stay because it'd been over all the things he did, when in fact I only said I was over it to pacify him and not cause any more arguments. Maybe your relationship wasn't all that great and she was already having second thoughts. If that dude is spreading rumors already without you telling anyone, then that means he was one of the first people she called to let know that you two broke up. She didn't break up with you because any insecurities or other BS. She wants to fuck that dude without feeling guilty and she decided to blame it on you. I left cause I didn't want to make her leave. No, you left because you're a doormat. You need to stop putting up with this bullshit. She told me about this guy friend constantly making her doubt our relationship and reopening wounds. She got angry at him for messing with her emotions. He can only mess with her emotions as much as she can let him. She was receptive, she is not innocent. She chose to let some random guy convince her to leave you. Move on, dude. You deserve better. Let them have each other, and from the looks of it, they are toxic to each other. It won't last long. Find someone else that's better than her. She made her choice and it didn't matter how good you are, how loving you are. She was already 1 foot out the door. If by chance, she came back to you crying and begging, don't accept her. You don't need this kind of drama every year and with reruns too. Good luck, dude. There is a girl out there waiting for you. When you find her, be glad that you are no longer with your ex. Your girlfriend didn't want to protect your relationship by keeping this friend around even with the knowledge that he wanted her. And even with that knowledge, she allowed his influence to override everything she should know about you via false rumors. Flatly, if she really loved you, this wouldn't happen. They deserve each other. When the other shoe drops, she finds out he is a liar, don't be an idiot and take her back. Yeah, she likes the dude's attention. He pulled the fuckboy 101 move and she fell for it because she likes the attention. He is an enemy to your relationship. Until she decides to cut him out of her life, any relationship with her for you is doomed. Yeah, how much you wanna bet she's gonna be dating him shortly? She was emotionally cheating on you with a guy who plainly wanted to date her. She chose to stay in contact with him. Disrespectful does not begin to describe that. Also, you definitely shouldn't leave your apartment. Seriously dude, have some self-respect. I'm so sorry for you, but if she can be so easily influenced, there is really not much you can do. I know you really love her, and eventually I think she will realize that. Unfortunately you cannot wait for that, and I think probably too much water will have gone under the bridge by then. I pray I'm wrong however, and I hope things work out the best for you. Do you think she might be depressed? Dude, why you left your home? Either tell her you stopped to pay any bills related to it, or you move on back in. Then go full no contact with her. Chin up king, you're better than them. I'm sorry you had to go through this stuff op, and I hope for both your sake and her sake that she cuts off this friend soon. The fact that she held on to him as a friend and took his opinions to heart when he was so blatantly manipulative and emotionally abusive is just something that I hope she realizes isn't healthy and costed her a great relationship. I would just leave and never take her back. He manipulated her, and I don't know how you guys are friends with him after so many years. He is probably so fucking proud and is gonna play with her for a month or so until she realizes it and begs you to take her back. It was a mistake blah blah blah. You guys been together for so long and this is the thing that broke it. That guy must have worked hard for years. Op, you did everything right. You seem like you did everything you could to keep your relationship running smoothly. Your fiancée on the other hand, put her trust in someone she knew had ulterior motives over you. It's a tough position to be in when you know that no matter what she does, this guy won't let up until you're out of the picture. Maybe she was thinking it would keep you safe, I dunno. Either way, she could have handled it better. I'm sorry op, I wish nothing but the best for you. First of all, that guy is not your friend. Let's get that thing straight. Your ex is missing out on a good man. Have you spoken to her about what's going on between her and your friend? Find this guy and smash his fucking head in the prick. Man, I know this is harder to apply in practice, and it'll probably take a long time for you to actually feel this way, but this girl is not the girl you need to marry. If she wanted you, she'd be with you. I understand wanting to blame the guy, but this is 100% squarely on her shoulders. Can you imagine if you got married and hit a rough patch? Marriage has some really difficult periods at times, and she's just split. I know you don't feel this way right now, but you dodged a bullet. You've got to allow yourself to see that this girl is not the one. This is some tough advice, but you must hear it. Stop being a pussy, stand up for yourself and be a man. Don't let people walk over you, bro. Cut that bitch loose and stop being a pushover. It sounds like you dodged a bullet. Maybe this is good thing. Sounds like she was looking for a way out anyway. If she's that easily swayed, maybe you're better off without her. You will feel much better about this situation now and for the rest of your life if you punch this guy in the nose as hard as you can. Obviously this guy fears no reprisal. I'm not a violent guy, but I would have seriously thought of going after that guy friend. Don't do that though, man, that's rough. If she can toss you away so easily after just talking to him, then you don't need her. She's not worth it. Man, I don't know how to tell you this, but if a girl changes his mind like that on a fucking relationship of more than 5 years, that's nasty on her. Call me crazy, but the fact that she kept him around knowing that he was perusing her and badmouthing you is not just inconsiderate and disrespectful, but given how things ended up, is also shady. It's like she liked the attention and wanted to be persuaded out of the relationship. But you have to work on your issues. Stand up for yourself, girl. Stop taking PPL's shit and letting them walk all over you. You're literally paying half for the app so she and her new boyfriend fuck in. Like, you need to respect yourself enough to not be a doormat, dude, and only then people would feel completed to respect you. I want to apologize for what you're going through right now. It's a hard thing. Especially if it's the first person you really ever had a committed long-term relationship with. Unfortunately, sometimes people can manipulate others and get them to break up. Try to find a hobby that you don't associate with her. Try learning how to do something you don't know how to do, or something that you were into before she came into the picture. It always helps to have something to motivate you to get out of bed in the morning. I went through something very similar and I was a wreck. It only got better when I had a goal that I wanted to reach. You lost nothing of value if that's the way she bailed. She allowed it. She put herself in that position. She didn't have to listen. Nothing good can come from dredging up someone's past except muddy water. You had 5 minutes. Maybe you should have waited in the wings for him to show up. They don't jump ship into the water. They put one foot on the other ship and take someone's hand and get helped over. Due to his manipulative behavior, this is going to have a bad ending for her. She'll be back 100% after he's finished with her. Just do yourself a favor. When she calls, and she will, just ghost her. You can do better than that. Any person who's willing to drop you so easily doesn't love you how they say they did. She sounds extremely cluster B. Consider it a bullet-dodged man. Before you do anything, I'd ask you to do one thing. Kindly go beat that guy's ass. Dude did you a favor, if she was able to be convinced. I'm so sorry, I hope you're able to heal and move forward from this experience.